Hello, good evening po sa inyo lahat. Mga buhay Jeprox, kamusta na po tayo dyan? Naipit po tayo sa enhanced community quarantine. So lahat po tayo ay medyo nagsasuffer sa kadahilanan nitong COVID-19 na pandemic. Anyhow, nakakasurvive pa naman. Sana po yung mga tinamaan gumaling na sila sa lalong madaling panahon at yung mga wala naman nakagaya natin na papasalamat tayo sa Panginoon Diyos na hanggang ngayon malakas pa rin at walang mga sakit. 10 na aking pamilya. Sana ay ganoon din po sa inyo, sa mga kabuhay Jeprox ko dyan, wherever you are. Sana po ay stay safe lang po tayo lagi at sundin po natin ang mga pinag-uutos ng ating pamahalaan para hindi po tayo magkaroon ng COVID-19 na virus, no? So dapat to medyo, hindi lang medyo, gawin natin lahat para matapos na tong enhanced community quarantine. No, lagi tayong maghuhugas ng kamay, no? Magpupunas ng alcohol, no, para yung virus mamatay, no? Sa mga ating mga magagaling at mga magigiting na mga frontliners natin diyan. Saludo po kami sa inyo. 10 ng aking mga kasama dito sa Buhay Jeprox Channel. Higit lalo sa lahat ang ating mga doktor, ang ating mga nurses, mga nursing aid o janitor, janitress, sa mga nagtatrabaho sa ospital, sa mga clinic, no? At ang ating mga security guard na talaga naman pong ginagawa po ang kanilang mga tungkulin 1,000,000%, hindi 100%, 1,000,000%. Kaya saludo po kami sa inyo lahat. Ganon din po sa ating mga kapulisan, sa ating mga military, mga army, no? Na tumutulong po sa pagpapatupad ng mga alituntunin ng ating pamahalaan para masugpo po natin ang coronavirus sa paglagana po. So sana po sumunod po tayong lahat para maiwasan po natin ang sakit na ito. So ang pag-uusapan po natin ngayon ay tungkol po sa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So ibabahagi ko po sa inyo kung ano po ang pinagmulan o kung saan nanggaling ang Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, no? At ang mga tao o mga banda o artist, mga solo artist, no, na na-induct sa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ng mga panahong 60s, 70s, 80s, 1990s up to 2000 up to the present po, mga na-induct na banda, solo artist, no? So yan po ang pag-uusapan natin at ibabahagi ko po sa inyo ang konting nalalaman natin tungkol po dyan. So, sasamantalayin ko na po ito. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa mga kabuhay Jeprox natin dyan, na mga may hilig sa rock and roll at ganoon din po sa mga kabataang nag-uumpisang mahilig sa rock and roll music, no, blues, whatever it is, no. So, maraming salamat po sa mga tumatangkilik, mga nagla-like, nagsishare, nagpa-follow sa aming FB page po, no. Maraming salamat po. At sana po wag po sana kayong magsawa ng pagsubaybay sa aming YouTube Buhay Jeprox Channel, no. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. At sana po ay konting suporta lang po sa ating channel. Now, I'm going to share to all of you today a little bit of a background about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, how it started, where it is located, and its founder. Alright, Boy Jeprox, let's go now to the main ingredients of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How they choose or give an award to those who are nominated to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Well, it goes this way. A nominating committee composed of rock and roll historians names for the performers category: singers, vocal groups, bands, and instrumentalists of all kinds, which are then voted on by roughly 500 experts across the world. Those selected to vote include academics, journalists, producers, and others with music industry experience. Artists become eligible for induction 25 years after the release of their first record. Wow, imagine that! Criteria include the influence and significance of the artist's contributions to the development and perpetuation of rock and roll. Block approval voting is used, with those nominees who receive the most votes being inducted subject to a minimum of 50% approval. Around 5 to 7 performers are inducted each year. So my God, so it's almost like passing through a hole of a needle before you will get an award or to be nominated. They also have a public programs. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum produces numerous public programs, including concerts, interviews, lectures, film screenings, and other events that help tell the story of rock and roll. Every February, the museum celebrates Black History Month by hosting concerts, film screenings, and lectures that illustrate the important role of an African Americans have played in the history of rock and roll. Since the program began in 1996, such artists as Robert Lockwood Jr., The Temptations, Charles Brown, Ruth Brown, the Ohio Players, Lloyd Price, Little Anthony, and the Imperials, and Al Green have appeared at the museum during Black History Month. The total number of winners or were inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame since it started in 1986 are 232 artists, band or group, and to name a few of those who were inducted are 1986 inductees Elvis Presley, Fats Domino, Ray Charles, Buddy Holly, Jerry Lee Lewis, James Brown, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Sam Cooke, and the Everly Brothers. 1987, the first female to be inducted, Miss Aretha Franklin. 1988, the Beach Boys and the Beatles. 1989, the Rolling Stones and the Temptations. 1990, the Kinks and the Who. 1992, the Yardbirds. 1993, the Cream. 1993, Creedence Clearwater Revival and the Doors. 1994, John Lennon, Elton John, Bob Marley, and Rod Stewart shared the awards awards in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 1995, the Allman Brothers Band and the Led Zeppelin. 1996, the Pink Floyd. 1998, the Eagles, the Fleetwood Mac, and Santana. 1999, Billy Joel, Paul McCartney, and Bruce Springsteen. Well, there's one more that we're going to mention, but let me just first start with this background a little bit. Getting inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is nothing new for Eric Clapton, because he's the one of the greatest guitarists of our time, a musician whose achingly honest, often brilliant blues-laden solos continue to explore the eternal conflict between passion and pain. Eric Clapton has been honored previously with his work with seminal blues rock band The Yardbirds, inducted in 1992, and psychedelic tinted supergroup Cream, inducted in 1993. And for his solo career, Eric Clapton was inducted again in 2000. So, Eric Clapton is an English guitarist, singer, and songwriter. Is the only 3-time inductee to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or RRHOF, is a museum and Hall of Fame located in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, United States of America, on the shore of Lake Erie. The museum documents the history of rock music and the artists, producers, engineers, and other notable figures who have influenced its development. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation was established on April 20, 1983 by Ahmet Ertegun, founder and chairman of Atlantic Records. After a long search for the right city, Cleveland was chosen in 1986 as the Hall of Fame's permanent home. Architect I. M. Pei designed the new museum, and it was dedicated on September 1, 1995. The RRHOF Foundation was established in 1983 by Ahmet Ertegun, who assembled a team that included Rolling Stone, publisher John S. Winner, record executives Seymour Stein, Bob Krasno, and Norrin Woods, and attorneys Alan Grubman and Susan Evans. The foundation began inducting artists in 1986, but the Hall of Fame still had no home. The search committee considered several cities, including Philadelphia, home of Bill Haley and American Bandstand; Memphis, home of Sun Studios and Stax Records; Detroit, home of Motown Records; Cincinnati, home of King Records; New York City, and Cleveland. Cleveland lobbied for the museum, with civic leaders in Cleveland pledging $65 million in public money to fund the construction, and citing that WJW disc jockey Alan Freed both coined the term rock and roll and heavily promoted the new genre, and that Cleveland was the location of Freed's Moondog Coronation Ball, often credited as the first major rock and roll concert. Freed was also a member of the Hall of Fame's inaugural class of inductees in 1986. In addition, Cleveland cited radio station WMMS, which played a key role in breaking several major acts in the U.S. during the 1970s and the 1980s, including David Bowie, who began his first U.S. tour in the city, Bruce Springsteen, Roxy Music, and Rush, among many others. Alan Freed was also a member of the Hall of Fame's inaugural class of inductees in 1986. In addition, Cleveland cited radio station WMMS, which played a key role in breaking several major acts in the U.S. during the 1970s and 1980s, including David Bowie, who began his first U.S. tour in the city, Bruce Springsteen, Roxy Music, and Rush, among many others. In the year 2006, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame partnered with three entertainment production companies to create a bronze museum in New York City. On November 18, 2008, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Annex New York City opened in Manhattan's Soho district, located at 76 Mercer Street, just off Broadway. The annex occupied an underground space of 25,000 square feet. The bronze museum operated in much the same way as its Cleveland parent, featuring archetypal display pieces like Prince's coat from Purple Rain, David Byrne's big suit from Stop Making Sense, and Elvis Presley's motorcycle jacket and his Bible. But from its start, the annex also had a distinct New York area focus that made plenty of space for big items like the phone booth from CBGB, layered thick with band stickers over the decades, Bruce Springsteen's own 1957 Chevrolet, a special gallery reserved for the city's musicians, and an intricate 26-foot scale model of Manhattan highlighting sites of rock history. John Wenner served as chairman of the board of the annex. The annex closed on January 3, 2010. Its quick demise reportedly due to the global financial crisis of 2007-2008 and a subsequent downturn in the city's tourism. The museum closed with the final major exhibition of John Lennon and his years in New York City. In 1986, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced its first group of inductees: Buddy Holly, Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, Fats Domino, James Brown, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, Ray Charles, Sam Cooke, and the Everly Brothers. Since then, the Hall has added a new class of inductees each year, expanding by January 2008 to 209 honorees in 4 categories: performers, non-performers, sidemen, later on changed to award for musical excellence, and Lifetime Achievers or Lifetime Achievement Awards. The category in which the Hall is most conspicuously lacking, however, is women. Fewer than 50 female performers have been added since the Hall admitted its first woman, Aretha Franklin, on January 3, 1987. In its second 10 years, women fared better with the Hall of Fame as artists like the Jefferson Airplane 1996, Joni Mitchell in 1997, Bonnie Raitt in 2000, and the Pretenders 2005 became eligible for induction. Stevie Nicks made history in 2019 by being the first female artist to be inducted twice, first with Fleetwood Mac in 1990, then as a solo artist. Since 1986, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has selected new inductees. The formal induction ceremony has been held in New York City 26 times. 1986 to 1992, 1994 to 1996, 1998 to 2008, 2010 to 2011, 2014, 2016, 2017, and 2019. Twice in Los Angeles, 1993 and 2013, and 5 times in the Hall of Fame's home in Cleveland, 1997, 2009, 2012, 2015, and 2018. As of 2018, the induction ceremonies alternately each year between New York and Cleveland. The performance category is meant for recording artists and bands that have influence and significance to the development and perpetuation of rock and roll, while the non-performers category honors songwriters, producers, disc jockeys, record executives, journalists, and other industry professionals who have had a major influence on the development of rock and roll. Several of the inductees in this category were in fact prominent performers as well. The inductees in this category are selected by the same committee that chooses the early influences. This category has been criticized for inducting those that have been coming to the dinner for years and paying for their tickets and not revealing their full criteria. In 2008, this category was renamed the Amit Ertegun Award. While the Sidemen, later on they changed it to Award for Musical Excellence, established in 2000, the Sidemen category honors those musicians who have spent their careers out of the spotlight performing as backup musicians for major artists on recording sessions and in concert. A separate committee composed mainly of producers chooses the inductees. In 2010, the category was renamed to Award for Musical Excellence, according to Joel Peresman, the president of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation. This award gives us flexibility to dive in some things and recognize some people who might not ordinarily get recognized. The Lifetime Achievement Award, formerly the Non-Performers Award, this category encompasses those who primarily work behind the scenes in the music industry, including recording label executives, songwriters, record producers, disc jockeys, concert promoters, and music journalists. This category has had at least one inductee every year except 2007 and 2009, following the death of the Hall of Fame's co-founder, Amit Ertegun. This award was renamed in his honor in 2008. Well, Boy Jeff Rocks, hope the topics and information I shared with you today, of course in my own little way about Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, gives an additional input or knowledge to all of us, especially those Boy Jeff Rocks who really loves the sounds of music of rock and roll. So mga Boy Jeff Rocks, please do not forget to watch, like, and subscribe to our channel. Boy Jeff Rocks, God bless, until next time. Again, thank you so much and happy viewing to all.